I'm Christy Sanborn, and I am a life coach, a relationship coach, a parenting coach. I wear many hats. I'm also a barber. I'm a mom. I'm a happily married woman. I play the harp. I'm a dog mom, a cat mom. I love life, really. I've been a barber for over 25 years, and well, when I first thought about what I wanted to do when I grew up, I didn't really know. I just knew that I loved talking to people. I loved being in their space. I loved hearing their struggles and possibly having some solution for them. So I was approached by a man when I was working in a restaurant who said, "You'd be a great hairstylist." And I didn't ever think that I would be a hairstylist, but I was in my early 20s, and he said, "Why don't you try it out? I have a school. You can try it out and see what you think." So I ended up going to that school. I graduated, and the only people that would let me cut their hair were men. So I became a barber, and I really enjoy men because they trust you immediately, even if they don't know you. They see the scissors, they see the clipper, they sit down, they relax, and it's just so fun to bring that hair to life and see that smile on their face. I've noticed working in a barbershop is that men come in and they actually enjoy talking with each other while they're waiting to get their hair cut. They're not in a hurry when they come in. They like to sit and relax. And I think that there's not very many places in the world these days, other than maybe AA meetings, where men are sitting with each other and discussing and listening and just making new connections. And I love being a part of that. After COVID happened, I'd been cutting hair for many years, and what I was noticing was a lot of men would come in and get a haircut with me, but then they didn't want to leave right away because we were still working through their problems or situations. And I noticed that my half-hour haircuts were turning into more like 1-hour haircuts. So I realized at that point that there was more for me. It wasn't just the hair anymore. I still loved the hair, but I realized that it was the talking and the therapy and actually connecting with people that I love the most. So I did start my own life coaching business back in 2020 and been doing that ever since. I started just being an actual life coach, but then I branched off to do more relationship coaching, and now I've even done more parenting coaching these days than ever. But I really believe that we have to work on the individual first. No matter what kind of coaching you're looking for, I think it all comes back to the actual foundation of, let's get you in a place where you're well. What's missing emotionally in your life? What's missing with the fun and the hobbies, and how are your relationships looking outside of yourself? And if we can work on those things, then we can do anything, really. So what's been happening is for the last 6 years, I've made a vision board because I really believe in knowing what you're looking for. And I think that when you put things visually together on a board and you look at that board every day, you're actually creating your own reality. And I've been doing that for a long time. Every year on my vision board, it said something about radio show, have my own morning show. I've always wanted that. And then just one day I was at the dog park with my dog, and I met an older gentleman there with his dog, and we started talking, and it turns out he had a radio show here in Savannah, and he said he could help me get one myself. So I really truly believe that was God. That was my vision board coming to life. That was just a connection with a person that normally I would have never met before. And that's how the radio show started. And he said, "Do you have an idea for the show if you got your own show?" And I said, "I absolutely do. I want to do a show about conscious parenting," which is what I'm doing now. So the show is called Parenting Room 101, and it's a show about conscious parenting. It's a show about how we can be better parents, how we can be better mothers and fathers, and what your childhood looked like. And how did it shape you? And how are you using those tools now with your own kids? I'm born in Havertown, Pennsylvania, so up north. I spent 34 years in Pennsylvania. And then I met my husband, who's from North Jersey, and moved in with him. And we lived in North Jersey for 7 years, enjoyed every moment of that until it was time to move down south, because we both love the beach. We love the low country. We always considered ourselves more southern than northern. And we just took a leap of faith and said, let's just look and see if it's even possible to move down south. So we ended up here 5 years ago, and it's been such a superpower to be a northerner living down south because of just the passion that I feel like a lot of us have up north for our work ethic and our love for food and communicating with people, and just being down south here in Savannah has just been so beautiful to be outside without our shoes on, and people say good morning, and it's just a beautiful place to be. So happy to live here. So playing the harp just actually started about 5 months ago, but it goes back to when I was a child and I remember always wanting to play the harp. And I remember asking my parents and they said something like, that's crazy, or I don't know anyone who has a harp, what? And it kind of just got blown over. But it's something that kept tapping me on the shoulder. And I really truly believe that if there's something that you still think about ever since you were a kid, that it's worth revisiting. What I know now in my 40s is that life is so precious and we are in charge of how our day goes every single day. We get up, we decide how we're going to start our day, how we're going to live our day, how we're going to end our day, even though things are happening outside of our control. What we always have is our intention for how our day is going to look. And I wish someone would have told me that when I was 6 or 7 years old, that I could have some say in how the day was going to go. And really that's a matter of what your attitude looks like, how much love you're pouring into yourself, how much appreciation you have for the world, and just knowing how significant you are in the world, no matter who you are. I know that now for sure. I'm most looking forward to more doors opening because I believe that the right doors open for us all the time. It's just a matter of us feeling worthy to walk through those doors. And I know that all my dreams always come true. And I'm patient for that, for those dreams to always come true at the right time in the right places. So